I do remember the
The 80s were a haze.
I do remember the
any
texting
warning
bar.
for this, I might add.
That's why it's difficult to think back what was actually 80s and what...
I mean, Dynasty has got to sum it
Yeah,
up,
and Dallas
really.
and all that lot.
Started in the 70s.
But I was a Dynasty fan. I know a lot of people were into Dallas, but I was major Dynasty.
Hang on, you're going to tell us there was a difference between the two now. The shoulder pads are wider in Dynasty. Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Is it Dynasty or Dynasty?
Well,
Dynasty in America.
Oh, they
Dynasty
call it
here.
Dynasty.
And then,
Yeah.
of course, there was the Colbys.
I loved the spin.
The Colbys.
I absolutely loved
Yeah, you
it.
see, I love
Getting
Knots
sadder by the
Landing.
minute.
Yes, that's what I spent my 80s doing, folks. It's sad. Watching soaps.
I remember, do you remember Bjorn Borg that used to win Wimbledon sort of every year throughout the 80s, didn't he? And remember he had a chocolate bar called Borg. Do you remember that?
No, I know he does underwear.
Very nice underwears too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, very nice t-shirt.
She's wearing some as we
I'm
speak.
not. They're sort of big sporty kind of underwear things. That he does.
Right, okay.
You have to be sporty to wear his underwear.
If you want to see and jog your memory of the 80s, you touring?
You're
I
doing
am.
loads
Are
of
you
stuff,
out and about on the road?
I am.
You notice the way the paper matches the suits, by the way. Tell us about this gig, because what can we see if we part with the folding stuff?
Well, basically, the whole show is called the 80s show. So I'm not only doing my own stuff, I'm trying to, I'm not doing any obscure album tracks that are very close and personal to me.
Good.
I'm just trying to do a big 80s festival, basically, big party. So I'm actually doing some of my favourite songs that were hits for other acts, as well as Too
Oh,
Shy
really?
and The Never Ending Story.
So
my two
like
biggest.
what?
Like Soft Cell,
Yeah.
Culture Club, Haircut 100.
Excellent. Hey.
Pardon the pun. Yeah, sort of right. It's mainly the early 80s, because I think the later 80s was basically dominated by PWL.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I think there's a big difference in the music in the early 80s and the later 80s, and it's definitely the early 80s that
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm
basically
going for.
from and involved with.
Okay.
And you're touring all over the place.
Jog your memory with this as well, Kajagoogoo and Limahl, Too Shy, the singles and more, with remixes and stuff. There's 17 tracks on here, and Limahl's going to sign this. We're going to chuck it into our 80s mega hits weekend
Yeah.
prize pile. We sort of trips off the tongue pretty easily, doesn't it? We think.
Do you keep all your some of the outfits that you had from the 80s? No.
Sadly, no.
Oh.
So angry at myself.
That would have been brilliant to keep all that stuff, wouldn't it?
But you know, the years go by and you just think, I've got to have a clear out, you know, and I had no idea that the 80s was going to come back. It's completely caught me by surprise.
What goes around comes around. Keep that one. Don't lose that one.
Okay.
That's
Don't lose
great,
the heart.
I like
Thanks,
it.
Limahl. Good
Thanks
luck
ever
with
so much.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you. Ooh.
it. Our 80s mega hits weekend on VH1 continues here on Brunch. Now we have Marilyn.